something that is of grave concern in our society.
It's a season and a reason for everything.
I'm going above and beyond, so I'm not gonna go above and beyond.
That's what we're talking about now.
No.
You know right from wrong. You know how you felt. You caused that on someone.
But my question still is,
Why did they do that?
well, what can I keep searching myself. What can I do in my community?
Adrienne, I heard on the radio today, you cannot save everyone, but
There's a caller.
Hi caller. Thank you for calling Real Women, Real Issues. Hello?
I guess I hold on, but...
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What's your
Good
question
evening.
or comment?
I got a text saying to call this number to talk about the movie if they saw the movie. Is this the correct number?
That's right. We're
Hello?
It's Free for All Tuesday.
Have you seen the movie
I can't.
For Color Girls?
I think I have a bad connection. I can't hear. Hello?
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us?
Okay, I can now.
Okay. Did you see the movie For Colored Girls?
I sure did.
And tell us what you thought about it.
Oh, it was superb. It was superb. I thought it was nicely done. It was something that I personally could relate to each and every one of those women, and not necessarily the actual event, but the emotions that went behind the events that happened in their lives. So I thought it was excellent. I thought the poetry I like how they tied in the scenes with the character and how it all made sense and how they linked all the characters together at the end. So it was a wonderful production.
Well, now, it's interesting that you say that because I read some reviews on it, and the reviews were quite the opposite of what you were saying. They felt that the poetry, the way that it was interjected, it kind of did interfere with the flow of the movie at some points. And they felt that he just really just did a bad job, with the play. So it's interesting that you see it that way. Now, let me ask you this before you go. Were there many men there?
I went to a 10 o'clock show on a Friday when it came out at Stonecrest. And I would say there was about 35% of men online.
Really?
Did you notice any response from the men, or have you talked to any men that saw it?
Did I what now?
Have you talked to any men who've seen the movie?
Who've seen the movie? Yes, I spoke to one. And the one man that I spoke to who saw the movie, he said he didn't get emotional, but however, he did relate to the game that men play, because he admitted, even though he's married, he admitted to, especially in his heyday, before he got married, that he used to run the same games as far as, like, just the whole, especially with the emotional, the truck driver situation, when he would, just say a few things, kind of come and go as he pleases, but just kind of pull the emotional string, say things, do things that they know where the woman is weak. So he was able to relate to that scene very well. And he said, yeah, this is a game that men do. I mean, it's just kind of like how we're wired. And he said otherwise he thought the movie was good.
Wow. Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much for
calling.
calling.
Well, we've shifted into another topic, which is about the movie For Colored Girls that came out this weekend.
By Tyler Perry.
By Tyler Perry. I have not, watched the movie. I plan on going to see the movie. However, I was with 6 generations of women, and I felt like we could have wrote our own 6, 7 color girl movie, with all our issues. Thank you. We have another caller. Thank you for calling Real Women, Real Issues. What's your question or comment?
Another thing, because two of you here have not seen the movie, but I have. And one thing about it, if you haven't seen the movie, if you have, if you're a man, everyone has something to say about it. So it's very, it's so emotional that you either leave like, oh my goodness, I just experienced every emotion in the rainbow, or it's so emotional I'm numb.
But do you think that Tyler Perry picks on men? I mean, in so many of his...
Well, he's a man. He see it from a man's perspective. And caller, please call back. We must be having technical difficulties. We're not ignoring you. But
I mean, I know
he's writing from a man's perspective.
He had a couple of good men too in a couple of his movies, but he always has that, you know, the bad guy.
But he always come back around with a message, you know.
Well, in that movie.
I have to say, I personally thought that the Why Did I Get Married series were in the best interest for the man. They all kind of looked like they had it together, but the woman was cheating. She had the attitude problem. She was unfaithful. I thought he made 2 movies that at least had men that wanted to stay.
The husband and the wife cheating, but yeah.
Yeah, but we had the men who wanted to stay, wanted to work it out. In this particular movie,
she didn't cheat. She was just talking to someone. Is that cheating?
Well, if we were to do a breakdown of all the characters, we'll see that the men came out, you know, more faithful than the women.
And
which I have done.
I disagree with you.
No,
I disagree.
Well,
they didn't do anything. In that,
no, she said in the movie Why Did I Get Married about the cheating, the majority of the women cheated. But
well, we're not talking about cheating. We're talking about wanting to stay, make the marriage work, and work it out. Compared to, but we have another caller, so let's hear what you have to say. Hello, caller.
Hello, I am just tuning in to your program for the first time, unfortunately, but I like what I see so far. I appreciate the diversity of the discussion. And I just want to make a comment on the Tyler Perry movie. I am, as we speak, going to see it tonight, and I've heard different, thoughts about, how they felt about it. And I think Tyler Perry is an excellent producer, and he's doing wonderful things, and Lord knows I'm proud of him. But I would just like to see him do something else. I mean, I think he's such a gifted writer, such a gifted producer, that he can expand his horizon now and get out of this, quote, woman-man relationship and man and women being kind of this hurt genre already. I mean, we know these issues are real, and nothing kind of changes. Like you said, sister, nothing new is under the sun. But I think I would appreciate to see another genre come out of Tyler Perry. Maybe dealing with some real-life issues, some political issues maybe, some conscious issues. I would love to see him expand himself a little bit now.
I totally agree with you.
Thank you.
My question, thank you so much for that comment, but my question to you is, I've heard that people are upset with this film because of Tyler Perry. The acting is, people all agree the acting is great and everything, but do you think that Tyler Perry only caters to African American women?
I think so, to a degree, yeah. And I think he also focuses on that whole women abuse kind of drama.
Yeah.
I mean, scenario, in one way or another.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Please
you.
stay tuned and hope you enjoyed the film this evening.
Okay.
I will. Thank you.
And I want
Bye-bye.
to say, before we go to our next caller, everyone's talking about Tyler Perry, and the critics that I've read, are giving it thumbs down and all of that.
Big time.
But my thing is, I can relate to his movies.
Right,
So,
which we all agree.
And there are some movies that Steven Spielberg or other people make I can't relate to, because that doesn't happen.
But you can relate to them. But how long do you want to relate in that way? I mean, at what point in life do we move on?
Yeah. Here, is there a caller on the line?
On the line?